Hi, it's so great to see you. We are doing a high intensity interval training workout. I cannot believe how many of you love these, which is awesome because I love them, but I know they're very challenging. So whether you love them or you're in that camp where it's really challenging, you're not sure how you feel about it, I'm so glad you're here. I think it's a great way to just challenge your body in a new way. So I also had a lot of requests for a kettlebell workout. So I am incorporating one, but you do not need to, okay? All of this can be done without a weight at all, and I'll show you some of those moves, and it's just as challenging. So this is just optional if you wanna use it. I'm using a 10-pound one, and you can of course use a dumbbell in place of it if you'd like, okay? So we're gonna start with squats. Have your feet about shoulder distance apart, slightly turned out. If you have a weight or a kettlebell, you're gonna have it here at your chest. And we're gonna come down and then up, and your hands press up. So if you're doing it without the kettlebell, you can have your arms here to start, or you can have them just out in front of you, all right? And either one, these are air squats if you're doing it without any weight. If you have the weight, it's called a push press. So we're down and up. Now, if you wanna do a little challenge once you get warmed up, you can come down and have your elbows touch your knees and then press back up. So that's a nice little way like that I use to make sure I'm going down deep enough to get a challenge, but actually not too deep, because some people are going way down here and that's a little bit too far for this exercise. So having your elbows touch your knees, kind of a nice little guideline. But again, do not feel like you have to go down that far at all, okay? So you're just going as far as you're comfortable going. Many of you are gonna recognize this exercise. I do it quite a bit as a warm-up to many of my own high intensity interval training workouts. Okay, it's a nice way to get the blood going a little bit, get our heart rate up. And it's kind of full body, which is nice. So it's getting all the muscles warmed up and it's working hip mobility as well. Up, let's do two more. Last one. And up, good. Okay, step the right foot back, tricep down and up. 3, 2, 1. Other foot. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back. Squats again, so reset your feet, down and up. So we have lots of bursts of increased heart rate. That's high intensity interval training right there. So take a break, of course, whenever you need to. You can always just do it right here if you want to add the weight, but your arms start to get tired. You can just take a break and hold it right here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, so we're gonna keep the arms up, step the right foot back again, but now we're going really far back because we're gonna go into lunge and up. So we're just gonna keep the arms up. Again, always bring them down if you need to. Last two. Last one, okay, come down and hold it. We're gonna do a pass through with the weight. Again, if you have a weight, great. If not, you're just gonna hold this. What we're gonna do is pass the weight through and around. So I'm passing it hand to hand and going around my shin. Switch directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, weight comes down. You ready? Touch the ground with your right hand. Come up. The knee drives up. So we're gonna come down, low lunge, and drive. Down and up. I'm just barely touching the ground with that right hand. And if that's too low, then you just skip the hand tap. All of this you have to go kind of at your own pace, right? Last two. And up. Foot comes down. Nice job. We're gonna grab the weight again. Squats. So now though, step your feet shoulder width here, okay? And then go heel, toe out so you're a little bit wider. Are you ready? I'm kind of working my way up. Let me come back here. We're gonna come down and up. So now my elbows are just kind of barely touching my thighs. because my feet are a little bit wider. Press through the heels when you come up. So at the top, I want you to straighten your knees, but you're not locking them, and you're not thrusting your pelvis forward and squeezing your butt. So let me show you what that would look like. I don't want you coming up here and going like that, where you're just pressing forward. See this? You want to keep that tall posture. So I'm working my glutes. I mean, right there, they're squeezed, but they're not thrusting my pelvis forward. They're just turned on. They're active. 3, 2, last one. Good, hands come up, they stay. Left foot back, lunge. So the great thing about some of these workouts too, you've probably heard me say it, it's an awesome way to work the core without even doing a single crunch. So a lot of this balance and challenge with holding the weight in one hand, it's a lot of work for your core. It's actually been really nice for me postpartum. I think that's why I enjoy it, because I know it works, but it's not stressing my abdominal muscles. Last one, come down. Here's our pass through, okay? So you are leaning forward, I just don't want you hunching. Okay, switch directions. 4, 3, 2, 1. Weight's gonna come down. So you tap the ground with your left hand, come up, drive the left knee up, tap, and up. Catch my balance there. Again, press through the right heel, and yes, you should be feeling that right leg right about now, if not earlier. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Nice job. Bring the foot down. Grab your weight again if you're using it, okay? If not, hands just out in front of you or at your chest. So let's bring the legs back to that shoulder distance, or that neutral place. Slightly turned out. You hear how heavy I breathe always during these workouts? Move myself back here. Okay, so we're gonna come down, squat, press up, raise up onto your toes, okay? So down and raise. So if you're doing it without the weight, you're right here. And if you want to add a little arms, when you come up, just raise your arms up. And it's going to add more balance. Okay, so either one is great. So just getting a little more cardio, and then your calves working too. And let's do 3 more. 2, 1, down,